Derek, there's leaving it late, and that was an example of it.
Yeah, listen, it was tough. It was a tough watch, particularly the first half. It became. We're surprised at the way Livingston set up. They normally set up that way when they go to Ibrox and Parkhead. They played on transitions. They left their outside centre backs on the ball. Our centre backs were having more touches of the ball than we needed to, and we never really moved the ball quick enough. We lost a wee bit of confidence from losing the ball, and they countered on us a couple of times. That adds to the nervousness. But we never really had any fluency. There's one or two struggling a wee bit confidence-wise, which is unusual. And when we've only lost one game in 11, players should be far more confident and ready to show themselves a bit more. And everything seemed a bit forced. So what we did need to do was to try and get our ball carriers more of the ball on the sides. We needed to try and stretch them, we needed to move the ball quicker, we needed to calm down in possession. I thought a combination of Polworth and Kennedy helped us with that. You pick the team that you think can win the game. We try and go with Greg Stewart playing off a front two, but we couldn't really get our front lads into the game, and it became a wee bit a difficult situation that first half, it has to be said. I thought the second half we were a good bit better. I thought we had, it still wasn't without its issues, but the players had to dig deep. Sometimes, when you're sitting at fourth in the league against a team that was bottom of the league and struggling, everybody maybe just think it's going to be straightforward and easy. It's never straightforward and easy against Livingston, and we've got to recognise, us as a club, everybody, that we need everybody pulling together. That was difficult for the players out there today, and thankfully they get the reward for a last minute winner. Last minute winners are the best ones, and sometimes throughout the course of a season nobody will remember the game with any real fondness, but the result is the same 3 points that we get when we beat Rangers, Aberdeen, Celtic, and sometimes they're the best ones when you've had to really dig deep, you've had to turn to your bench, the bench have come up with the answers, they've had an impact in helping us get there, and we win a game where it looked for long spells that it just looked as if it was going to be beyond us. So I can't praise my players enough for just sticking to the task, trying to shut out the noise, the pressure of it all, and just dealing with the job. And I thought, as I said to them at half time, just play as you train. We look too tense, we look too caught up in it, everything looks as if we're overthinking everything. Just play as you train, go and enjoy the second half, try and just set about the task. And I thought we were fortunate. I thought Livingston could have made better decisions on the counter. Although in saying that, Will's not had much to do second half. We stood up to their physicality at set plays, so there's a lot of positives still for the game, but our lack of cohesion really in the first half made that a far more difficult game.
Second half, it just shows you the creativity and the attacking areas and the strength you've got on the bench to bring the guys on and make an impact.
Yeah, part of the reason you bring Greg and Gary and Kevin and young James, who's not featured yet, but with a wee bit of illness, Gary Mackay-Steven was down with flu, a bug this week. We managed to do a wee bit yesterday. Matty was struggling with a dead leg from the weekend, as was Marley, but he passed the fitness test to play this morning. Danny took a sore one on Saturday, so we've struggled a wee bit maybe for boys to be at the best tonight, but as you say, having those options is so important to us. We were doing away okay in the forward areas and attacking areas this season, but it's clear for us if we want to remain a top 6 team, then we had to strengthen those forward areas. So it's great to have those options for the bench to come on, and if it isn't going perfect for boys on the pitch, then you've got a chance to bring people on. So I thought Murray, Kennedy, Van Veen, Mackenzie, Polworth, every one of them played a part, and I thought we had some good performers, particularly in the last part of the game.
36 points now. I think it took 36 games to get about that figure last season. Must be pleased now.
Yeah, it was one of these games. We knew 9 games prior to tonight, before the split. We've got a target amount of games we need to win. We feel we need to win to be a top 16 between now and the split. Thankfully that's 1-1 chopped off now, and we've got work to do. I think it's a nod to us really, and it's unusual for Kilmarnock teams to be playing against teams coming here and being as kind of sit off the game a wee bit like that, and it's maybe a nod to where we are in the league at the minute, but we're going to have to try and overcome that if teams do that again. So I think tonight will be a lesson for us if teams want to do that. The next, obviously, the Cove game on Saturday may well be something similar. I mean, Cove normally play a diamond and go with 2 strikers. I'm sure if Paul Hartley's watching that night, you might think of something different. Who knows? But I think it's a reminder to everybody, supporters, players alike, that if some difficult games, important we all stay together, keep our eyes on the prize, and just help each other along and try and get the job done. We then go into 3 league games, Celtic, Aberdeen and Rangers, where nobody will probably expect too much of us, and it'll be a different type of game to tonight. And it might be unusually, it might be a type of game where we actually show a wee bit more of our attacking threats in those types of games. So that's for the future. Tonight it's just a relief. We've managed to get the job done. Real praise to my team for sticking together and sticking to the task and getting over the line. And we look forward to a cup tie now, where hopefully a good crowd in here that can help us get on our way and get off to and try and win another cup tie.